Across the country, the states with the most overdoses have seen huge increases in illicit fentanyl. Nationally, fentanyl deaths jumped 540% in a 3-year period. In western states, the illicit opiate of choice is still heroin, which is cheap, plentiful, and far more powerful than in years past.
Illicit fentanyl and heroin are the drivers of overdose today. Those are illicit opioids.
Social scientist Dr. Steven Ziegler says it makes 0 sense for doctors to essentially punish and abandon chronic pain patients when more than 90% of opioid deaths are the result of addicts taking street drugs.
We're focusing on prescribers for a problem that is significantly being driven by an illicit market. So it's almost like we're arresting the wrong person. And when you arrest the wrong person, that means the real suspects are still out there in the loose causing harm.
Lives are being lost in record numbers.
Nevada has seen a similar overheated reaction. An opioid task force was formed to lobby the legislature. New, stricter standards are being imposed on doctors because of what's described here as an opioid epidemic. The state's own numbers, however, show opioid prescriptions and overdoses have declined every year since 2011, except in one category: heroin deaths. Drill down into the actual case files as reported by the Clark County coroner, and it's even more apparent nearly all of the deaths involve multiple substances, including heroin, methadone, methamphetamine, cocaine, and alcohol. And many of the dead also had serious underlying medical conditions, but anyone who has a trace of an opioid in their systems is counted as an opioid death.
A study came out just this year looking at the toxicology of people who died of supposed prescription opioid deaths. The average number of substances found in the system, including alcohol, amphetamines, cocaine, tranquilizers, generally benzodiazepines, was 6. We're not talking about 16,000 prescription opioid deaths. We're talking more about 1,600.